Hello everyone, welcome to CATS IAS. Today we'll be recapping of the biggest headlines of weekly current affairs, 2026, dating 27th July to 1st August. In this, we'll be discussing about the headlines of the week and even recapping something about the global events or the events which have occurred recently in this week. So let's start. CATS ISRO Foundation Course 2.0 start ହେଇଛି. So do ensure that you are being enrolled in this foundation course. It gives a complete integrated batch of prelims and mains, and do contact to this number for admission. Okay. The Hinduru got article ଅଛି ସେଇଥିରେ it is said that the Union government has introduced the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Amendment Bill. Okay. Remember, it is an amendment bill सेटा ସେମାନେ introduce କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି 2026 ପାଇଁ to strengthen the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024. ता माने कोन context होची 2024 रे गोटे act आछि now because of the recent controversy which is happening for the NEET UG exam of 2026 जोटा and paper leak हेची सेति पय से another bill आनिया चाहुंचंदी which is like amending the act of 2024. So act objective कौन actually to ensure greater transparency, fairness, credibility, and inspire confidence in the public examination system. This act, what it will bring: credibility of the examination system, fairness, and even public confidence. The protest, which itself said that there is no confidence there in the public or the students towards the government or the institution who are conducting the examination. So we'll see some of the features, the proposed amendments. ये जो bill आछि, ये bill रे कौन से features रखी जंती, and even some are also there in the act of 2024. So features कौन proposed amendments रे रखी जंती, that these examination कौन examinations covered हब इथरे. The act applies to the examinations conducted by UPSC, Staff Selection Commission, Railway Recruitment Boards जोड़ा तमर RRB को, then National Testing Agency who conduct your NEET exams, your UGC exam or the PG exams, then Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, that is IBPS PO जो थरे हुए banking रे exams जो, then or any of the public examination notified by the central government. जो भी public examination central government द्वारा conduct होची से सबो examination a act रे include अच्छी. Then they will be introducing a special task force. What it will do, it will dedicated to investing examination related offences. जो भी examination related offences हो जी, they will be discussing that or they will be investing it. Okay. Then time bound investigation. The special task force जो अच्छी, what it will be doing, all investigation whether conducted by the local police, central investigating agencies or the special task forces must be concluded within 60 days. That means ये जो investigation हबो ये सबो within 60 days रे conclude ही जो, like these investigating process will be concluded like over within 60 days. Then so that jaldi investigation hele, then only we can get the authentic transparency in it, and we can build confidence among the students also and even the public. Then special fast track courts. तो मैंने recently देखी थी वो, when the CJP protest, after the CJP protest was happening, during it, Prime Minister Modi has in his video said that he'll be introducing fast track courts for it to investigate or disposal of the cases what has happened in the NEET UG exam 2026. सेतिपै ସେମାନେ special fast track court भी आंचंदी, which is like state governments and UTs will designate special fast track courts. Trials will be conducted on a day-to-day basis. That is, every day it will be going on and must be completed within 3 months from filling the charge sheet. That means must be completed within 3 months from filling the charge sheet. That means these cases will be disposed of or the cases will be over. There won't be any pending cases regarding this public examinations process, and these cases will be disposed of within 3 months in this special fast track courts. Now the existing एटा जदि आना हेगला then existing जो cases अच्छे सेटा भी habar achi. Then it has brought that existing cases under Article 20 under not existing cases under 2024 Act will be transferred to these courts and disposed of within 3 months. जो भी existing cases थिला सेटा बाकी जो courts मैंने handle करथिले, they will also be transferred to these special fast track courts and they will also be disposed of within 3 days, so that there won't be any previous जो pending रे रहुतला सेटा pending रे रहिबनी and it will be being done in a more effective and speedy manner. Okay, then restrictions on adjournment, that means jo courts re tame sunithibo the most popular proverb or the most not proverb, it is a dialogue, okay, that tarikh pe tarikh. So courts mane every day gote they will not be completing the case and they will be giving dates, so these dates will not be done. That means the courts cannot grant adjournment beyond the next working day, except for recorded special exceptional cases jodi kichi nai, until and unless there is no exceptional reasons to give another date for the trial, they will not be adjourned. The court will not be adjourned and it has to ensure that speedy disposal of cases will be done. Then special public prosecutors empowers the state government and the union territory administrations to appoint one or more special public prosecutors for conducting cases under the act. A special public prosecutors कौन? तमे जेता मूवी देखु तो तुम देखियो कि public prosecutors गोटे handle करिवे and so there are private prosecutors also. So public prosecutors रो handle करले दीटा जिंस ही परिबो. First जिंस होची that state governments and the administrations of the union territory will be providing it, so it will be a free legal aid से ये रो भी दृष्टि रो भी जाई परिबा and even fast disposal of the cases भी हे परिबो, because you do not have to go and find a lawyer for yourself or a prosecutor for yourself. The state government or the union territory administration will provide you one. So there will be to ensure that it is going in a fair, just manner, okay, without any disturbance or delay. Now time bound appeals, जो appeals हुए, appeals against the bail, जो bail हबो, bail पाई जो माने भी who are in the offence, who have conducted the offence, से माने भी appeal करिबे. So the appeals against the bail, conviction or sentence must be filed within 30 days. जो माने भी bail पाई appeal करिबे या फिर conviction या जो sentence मिलती सेति पाई जदी appeal किछि करूचंदी, they have to do it within 30 days or even the minimum extension तांगु मिलिबो for up to 90 days. Then ए जो appeals माने appeals जो करिबे सेटा काहा को करिबे and who will be listening to these appeals? It will be heard by division bench, and in this division bench 2 judges of the high court will be there and they will be disposing the cases within 3 months like we have seen earlier. Then ए जो table टा अछि, it is all about the offenses एबे कौन से propose करछनी and कौन थिला आगरो 2024 act रे and कौन से propose करछनी, to be precise. एथरे अछि that general offenses कौन, service provider मानु केते offense मिलुची, then directors or management of the service provider जो माने service provide करछनी से माने जो directors अछंदी या फिर management रे जो माने अछन से मानु केते के मिलुची and in charge personnel. So we'll be seeing it in a quick manner. First according to 2024 act अनुजाई जो माने general offenses रे punish होचंदी, they will be punished for 3 to 5 years imprisonment plus fine up to 10 lakh. And proposed amendment से कौन कही जाती that 5 to 10 years imprisonment plus fine up to 50 lakhs. Service provider or the institution who are conducting the examination, they will be getting a fine up to 1 crore and proposed amendment से बढ़ी की कही दी 5 crore. Then directors or management of the service provider माने जो institution अछंदी से माने जो directors अछंदी या फिर management जे provide करे जो examination process से मान को कितने मिलिबो कितने दबा को पड़िबो 3 to 10 years of imprisonment plus 1 crore fine. जोड़ा कि proposed amendment अनुजाई it is said that 3 to 10 years imprisonment plus 5 crore fine. Then in charge personnel, when you will be seeing in your admit card there will be controller of examination or the in charge personnel, there will be an in charge personnel who will be overlooking about the examination process. So semane jodi involve achan se examination unfair examination process re, then they will be having 3 to 10 years of imprisonment plus 1 crore fine. And proposed amendment on jay 5 to 10 years imprisonment plus 5 crore fine. Organized crime, like recently तुम देखते हो ओडिशा रे जो एसआई एग्जाम हेतला जो ओपीआरबी कंडक्ट कर जो एग्जामिनेशन ओडिशा पुलिस रिक्रूटमेंट बोर्ड जे एसआई एग्जामिनेशन कंडक्ट करछे, and during that examination process there was an organized crime going on. Because of it has been delayed since month कया हो गले. तो सेमानंको पई केते imprisonment अछि, minimum 5 years imprisonment and fine up to 1 crore. Whereas in proposed amendment it is said that minimum 7 years imprisonment plus fine up to 10 crores. ए जो एबे जो हेतिला जो नीट controversy जो हेतिला, it is completely towards the के involved थिले इतरे, it can be categorized into organized crime. Okay. Now, so all this is happening, the bill will be introduced. Now the government has also constituted a high level committee or task force जोटा कि आगुरु भी जतो 2024 रे जतो नीट कंट्रोवर्सी हेतला से टाइम रे भी गोटे टास्क फोर्स रखा हेतिला which was headed by Radhakrishnan, S Radhakrishnan, and now it will be now जो एबे जो head high level task force हबो that will be headed by कोटा high level task force headed by Nandan Nilekani. Okay, this person, he is the head when जतोला आधार हमर आस्तिला आधार बिल आस्तिला, he was the head जतो आधार controversy हितला कहिया हो गले, when Aadhaar data was being breached or privacy issue astila, then got a high level task force postila, and he chaired that high level task force, and he is very much expert in the data breaching of this system. So he will be heading this so that आउ किछि anti ए जो लीक हो जे एटा भी हबनी, and even आजिकली कोन हमर ऑनलाइन एग्जाम्स होचे कहया गले लाइक योर सीबीटी कंप्यूटर बेस्ड टेस्ट होचे, ए सब रे भी किछि डिस्क्रिपेंसीज आसीबनी. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट ही इज बीइंग चेयर्ड फॉर द हाई लेवल टास्क फोर्स. ओके, आउ प्रीवियस जे थिले सीके थिले एस राधाकृष्णन. ओके, now this PDF you can get in your CAX Telegram channel, so do ensure that you are reading the PDF also. Now most important, Assam floods. Okay, Assam re floods hoche, which has been very disastrous, and it is being very painful to see also when we are seeing it from here through our phones or televisions. It is very painful to see what the people of Assam are suffering right now. Okay, so we'll be discussing it. The Indian Express ro gote article achi, that is Assam flood death toll climbs to 78. Fresh rain warning as 3 lakh remain affected. 3 lakh people are being affected, and 78 people have died till now. And even then also they are suffering from it also. Now, ame janiba exam point of view re how this is important, what it is there in it, what is there in it कहया गले. Why Assam is highly prone to floods especially. So it is said that nearly 39.58% of Assam's geographical area is flood prone. Okay, that is nearly 39.558% of geographical area of Assam is flood prone. Okay, so hame dekhiba why it is highly flood prone, why this is the tally has been that 39.58% of geographical area is flood prone. Kon pai achi geographical vulnerability. Kono? That Assam lies in the Brahmaputra and the Barak river basins. Okay. So with over 50 tributaries draining into them in the location of the Brahmaputra floodline makes it naturally prone to recurrent floods. So mane kono? That you know Brahmaputra is in Assam, Brahmaputra is the highest river system or the largest river system, and it is being jehetu river system achi, the drainage basins bhi achandi, like tributaries are there, and they will be providing high sedimentation overload hochi near the river basins. So when these higher sediments will be loaded near the river basins, then the river's carrying capacity will be decreased. Okay, or the river carrying capacity increase above. When it exceeds the river carrying capacity, then it is prone to flood. So simple. Then heavy monsoon rainfall. Intense southwest monsoon rainfall coupled with heavy upstream discharge from Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya frequently triggers the flash floods. That even the rainfall, that is the southwest monsoon, and the जो भी discharge हुए from the Arunachal Pradesh or Meghalaya, from all these reasons, when the heavy discharge is being done from the river system, then it triggers the floods. Then limited effectiveness of embankments. Embankments माने जो reservoirs you can say, or the dams construction of these सेटा को ही embankments कहा जाए. तो Assam has relied heavily on embankments, many of which have exceeded their design life and ineffective against the highly dynamic Brahmaputra. तो माने कौन जो भी embankments Assam रे अच्छी, it is being very old because it has been constructed in 1960s रे construct हेइथिला सेटा. तो एबे पाई तांकर से डिजाइन अनुसारे एबे जो current climatic होची, that is the floods or flash floods or the glacial lake outburst, ये सब जो होची, that design is very outdated. So that's why it is also a reason for Assam being in a highly flood prone area. So now हमें देखिए कौन कौन causes, what are the causes of these floods कहया हो गले. So Assam floods ने will be seeing whole floods रो causes कौन पे ये floods हुए. Okay, natural causes कौन, that is concentration. Natural causes होचे concentrated monsoon rainfall, that is nearly 75 to 80% of the Indian annual rainfall occurs during the southwest monsoon, that is your June to September. Now you are experiencing it. So these जेहेतु कहली जो southwest monsoon अच्छी, it brings heavy rainfall and it also triggers the drainage basin, like Brahmaputra water level increase heijibo. When the water level is being increased, the river carrying capacity increase abo. When river carrying capacity exceed hobo, then it can create havoc in form of floods. So this is one reason. Second cause होचे heavy siltation and riverbed aggradation. Young Himalayan rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra carry enormous sediment load. जदि heavy sediment हैला, like first होचे जदि these rivers, these Brahmaputra, Ganga carry sediment, like Brahmaputra carry high sediment load. जदि अधिक sediment load हैला, then it will do, it will increase the river basin and which will ultimately lead to exceeding the river's carrying capacity which will lead to floods. Okay, carrying capacity माने कौन, that जति कि तमर potential अच्छी carry करियर ताहाटू अधिक. Okay, ताहाटू अधिक जदि तमु कहा जिवो that you have to work for 9 to 5, then that is your capacity to work. But if you are saying to work even for extra 2 or 3 hours or 5 hours, then that is your exceeding your capacity. to hold your health or your strength. So simiti hi river ro bi gote carrying capacity achi. So that is all about this. So imti jodi carrying capacity increase hoba, then floods will happen. Now glacial lake outburst floods, that is accelerated glacial retreat and climate change has expanded glacial lakes in the Himalayas, increasing the risk of sudden downstream floods such as witnessed during the 2023 Sikkim glacial lake outburst flood. That means glacial lake outburst floods माने कौन जो glacier अच्छी से जाको भी melt होची because of the climate change, because of the GHG emission, that is the greenhouse emissions, because of the extreme weather conditions which is going on because of deforestation, or so many things is happening. Because of that glacial melt हुए, glacial melt हेले से जाको कोठी के आसीबो river stream को ही आसीबो, rivers रे आसिले then it will occur floods. Now, cyclones and storm surges. Tropical cyclones along the Bay of Bengal generate intense rainfall and storm surges that inundate coastal region while restricting river drainage into the sea. That means even cyclones are also a major cause for this triggering of floods in the region. Okay, these all are the natural causes. Okay. Now, anthropogenic causes कौन? And what do you mean by anthropogenic? First हो जाए anthropogenic माने man does it. It is about the human with this engagement with the environment कहिया गले. So anthropogenic causes रे कौन आसीबो? That is deforestation and catchment degradation. Increases the surface runoff, accelerates soil erosion and raises sediment deposition in rivers. Deforestation हबो या फिर जो catchment degradation माने जो river basin अच्छे. Okay, se basin रे जदि increase sedimentation load हबो, then what it will happen? अधिक load जदि आसीबो, the river रो भी carrying capacity increase हबो. Like I said, deforestation हेले soil erosion हबो. All these will trigger the floods. Then reservoir and dam mismanagement. Obviously जेतला पुराना river reservoir अच्छी या फिर dam अच्छी, these are old, they are outdated from the current what is going on. So this will also cause, that is inadequate adherence to reservoir rule curves. जो भी reservoir rule अच्छे किमती manage करियार सेटा जदि inadequate रहिबो या sudden releases during peak monsoon can aggravate downstream flooding as observed during Kerala floods. जो Kerala floods इतला 2018 रे से time रे it was because of the reservoir or dam mismanagement. Then encroachment of the floodplains and wetlands. Unregulated construction of the floodplains and degradation of wetlands such as Assam Beels reduce the natural storage capacity of the river system, increasing floods intensity. That means what? जो भी floodplains अच्छे, जो river area अच्छे, सेट्रू mainly कौन हुए? गच्छपत्र काटी दियंती से area रो, mangroves degrade कर mangroves को काटी दियंती because of some reasons, or because of construction activity, urbanization, ये सब पे floodplains encroach हे जाए say through कौन होगा, which will degrade the wetlands. Once wetlands will degrade, then it will increase the carrying capacity of the river, and which will lead to increasing flood intensity. And one more thing important in it is जो wetland अच्छी, wetlands of Assam are called as beels. Wetlands of Assam are called as beels. Okay. Now, unscientific sand mining. Excessive extraction alters river morphology, destabilizes the river banks and disrupts natural flow patterns, increasing flood vulnerability. Jodi sand mining अधिक रहिबो, unscientific, that means unregulated, without any कि एतिकी sand mining ही करा हबो and बाकी करा हबोनी. There should be some limitations to it, but there is if unscientific sand mining will be going on, then what it will do? It will destabilize the river beds, disrupt the natural flow pattern and increase the flood vulnerability. Okay, this is all about your natural and anthropogenic causes of floods. Now, कौन steps निया है परिबो for this? You have to see that also, कि what steps should be taken so that these floods will not occur, or even if they occur, it can be reduced to a certain amount. Because of that, Odisha has been the most Odisha is being very prone to these floods and cyclones, but it has ensured that it is giving the best service for the disaster preparedness. Now, What are the steps taken? कौन steps दिया है government of India कौन दिया है? Structural measures, that is embankment channels built over 34,000 kilometer of embankments and drainage channel to restrict the overflow. जो माने कौन जो डैम्स बिल्ड करा है या फिर embankments reservoir बिल्ड करा है से सब, then regulated via these dams and reservoirs, regulated via storage rules and flood cushions to moderate peak flows. तामाने कौन जो भी sudden release करा हबनी, even if they are releasing it, they will be informing the local जो माने सेठी अच्छी habitat रे अच्छी local habitat, so that they will be evacuated. किसी warning दिया हबो that this time we will be releasing it. All these will be there. Then town protection work, that is completed 1,000 localized anti-erosion and flood protection barriers. जो town रे जो माने से locality रे जो माने अच्छी volunteers माने, they will be also doing the works for protecting their towns through localized anti-erosion, that is afforestation you can say, and flood protection barriers गोटे form करिके. Then non-structural means कौन, that is flood forecasting. Flood forecasting जिमती तमर rain forecasting हुए सिमती flood forecasting हबो, and it is done operated by Central Water Commission across hundreds of stations for real time telemetry advisories. Okay, तो माने through telephones जिमती एबे तुमको NDA मेरू every time message आसे whenever you're experiencing thunderstorms or rain in your area, there is a message pops up in your phone. Like that they'll be having flood forecasting operated by Central Water Commission. Then floodplain zoning, जो भी floodplain अच्छी सेरा को भी zone करिया पड़िबो or the boundary set करिया पड़िबो, so that in these area nothing will be done. Like तमरो जिमती zoning किमती हुए, ESZ रे भी zoning हुए और CSZ, these are the zoning systems कयो कले सिमती flood zoning भी हे परिबो, so that it can restrict the high risk economic activities in the natural flood path. Then catchment treatment, that is focused on watershed management and afforestation to minimize runoff. And even one more thing you can add, that is community based participation, or you can say local volunteers. Okay, these are also the non-structural measures. Now ये सब हेगला structural and non-structural. Institutions भी form हेची या फिर policy भी हेची. Okay, institutions भी हेची. Institutional measures भी देखी दबा कितना, or the policy measures you can say, or the policy measures. हमारा हेची कौन? Disaster Management Act of 2005. In this act आमे कौन आनथिलु development disaster management response हेतिला, जोतरे कौन हेतिला that mitigate करा हबो, prepare करा हबो for to mitigate, preparedness for disaster relief, for this disaster relief. Okay, this was the objective of this act. Okay, but a act ru आउ कौन institutions form हेची. This is a policy, and a policy ru कौन institutions form हेची. A policy ru हेची NDMA, that is your National Disaster Management Authority. Then SDMA, that is your State Disaster Management Authority. Then your DDMA, that is District Disaster Management Authority. Then got a response force BHG, who will be responding it in a quick manner or sending you reliefs, that is NDRF, Disaster Response, National Disaster Response Force. All these will be there. And even a institution, institution add heji, that is your IMD, which also brings also gives you flood forecasting or any kind of early warning system for evacuating the persons who are there in the coastal areas. Okay, this is all about your flood management system. Okay, now the third article which we'll be seeing, it is also from The Hindu, which says that why RBI seem to believe that rupee is undervalued. Okay, it is a analysis केबे rupee रो depreciation ହେଇଛି. So why RBI has stated that? Okay, so it is said that RBI has stated that rupee has been undervalued. The RBI governor stated that the RBI does not target any specific exchange rate but intervenes in the foreign exchange market only to contain excessive volatility and maintain orderly marked conditions. से कौन कहिसंदी that RBI has stated that the rupee is undervalued, that rupee को undervalue रे रखा हिची, that rupee has been depreciated both in nominal and real exchange rate system. Okay, आमे देखिया परे ए जो nominal और real exchange rate first जानिबा कौन हिचे. Rupee has been depreciated. First thing, this is the only thing which you have to remember. Then we'll go कि what is these exchange rates. Okay, और ये जो हेची ए जो को मार्केट कंडीशंस अनुसार हेची रुपी को अंडरवैल्यू करा हेची, इट हैज बीन डन बिकॉज ऑफ द को फंडामेंटल्स कहया गले. सो वी विल सी थ्रू दिस आल्सो. अंडरवैल्यूएशन ऑफ करेंसी त माने कोन, that rupee is undervalued. The currency is considered undervalued when its market exchange rate is lower than the rate justified by the country's underlying economic fundamentals. त माने कोन, जो भी हमारा exchange rate अछि, that means sometimes कहया गले $1 जो is equal to 80 rupees एटा थिला, but now it has been reduced. Okay, or reduced माने undervalued in the sense कहया गले now it is said that कहि परिया undervalued in the sense like it has increased obviously इटा जदि increase हबो तो जदि एटा 100 हे जाउछ माने कि चलो suppose $1 is now 100 rupees, तो obviously हमरो कोन रुपी डेप्रिशिएट होची. ओके, जदि कहितांदे that if $1 is 50 rupees then your rupee value is appreciated. त माने 50 rupees रे 50 rupees is equal to $1. जदि रुपी वैल्यू डेप्रिशिएट करा जाउची then $1 is equal, suppose in case $1 is equal to 100 rupees, त माने कोन रुपी रो वैल्यू धीरे धीरे डेप्रिशिएट हे जाउची. ओके, सो एडा कोन कोन मार्केट कंडीशंस पई हुए, ए जो it is undervalued when its market exchange rate, that means the exchange rate which is happening, okay, is lower than the level justified by country's underlying economic fundamentals. कोन ए fundamentals कोन कोन, what are these fundamentals कहया गले, these fundamentals are these fundamentals, ये जो fundamentals अच्छी ये factors और factors कौन कौन को बेसिस रे एडा जणा पड़े हमको. ओके, फर्स्ट इज तमरो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ. सेकंड इज इन्फ्लेशन ट्रेंड्स, इन्फ्लेशन भी बढ़िबो देन रुपी विल आल्सो बी depreciated or appreciated. Okay, now you can say external factor, external stability or instability, and even you can add that your foreign exchange reserve रे भी जदि किछि increase decrease होचे then also your value can be or your rupee can be appreciated or depreciated. These are the factors. ए सब factors को देखि कि ही तमरो rupee currency रो valuation हुए, तो higher valuation हुए केबे केबे lower valuation भी हुए. Okay, so now and what these valuation will do when the external shocks cause when the external shock cause economic these rupee to depreciate beyond the value, that is जो value थिला तारो value रू depreciate होची because of some external shock जहाँ भी हुए, जहाँ भी external shock पड़े से इधर जदि rupee depreciate होची, then what it will lead to then what the economists say that it is undervalued. Okay, now ame देखिबा why the rupee has depreciated. कोन पे rupee depreciate हिची सेटा देखिबा, because it is the main cause. कोन पे हिची एटा first होची rising global crude oil prices. एबे जेहेतु geopolitically चलतिला West Asia crisis चलतिला because of the war, because of the supply chain of the oil or the जो oil crisis चलतिला, से इतपई भी price increase ହେଇଛି, oil ର price increase ହେଇଛି, that is increase international oil prices, increase India's import bill, and it increase the demand for the US dollars, putting inward pressures on the rupee. That means जदि US dollar रो demand अधिक हबो, then rupee रो demand कमी जिवो. Okay, like if someone is demanding dollar, then rupee ro demand obviously kami jibo, because like I said, jodi $1 is equal to 80 rupees, it is the normal jota set hichi. But if it increases, then tamane kon dollar ro demand ta adhiko badhuchi and rupee ro valuation ta kami kami jauchi. Okay, now strengthening of the US dollar. A stronger US dollar driven by global demand for dollar assets and expectation of tighter monetary conditions in the US reduces the relative value of the other currency. तमाने कौन जब US रो हमारे कौन पांचटा currency अच्छी, that is your yen, renminbi, euro, dollar and Indian rupee. ये जो पांचटा currency अच्छी, ये पांचटा currency रू जब US dollar रो ये टा कौन जे market conditions या फिर जो demand of dollar increases, then obviously the rupee will depreciate. Okay, now higher global risk aversion, that is during periods of global uncertainty, investors prefer safe haven assets such as US dollar, leading to capital outflows from emerging markets and weakening their currency. That means it is not only for the rupee depreciating, it is also for other currencies also. Jodi US dollar demand increase hoche, so then when the investors which are investing in India also, they will also prefer ki gote safe haven milu, jothre ki safe haven mane safe place milu, jothre ki semane invest kar paribe, and they want to invest in the dollars through dollars to invest karibe, so that tangu return bi semti milibo. And when this happens, then kon habo jodi investor palebe India ru, then what it will happen, capital outflow habo, then which will lead to weakening the rupee or currency. Then foreign portfolio investor, that outflows, like I said, jodi investor jibe to foreign portfolio investor be outflow hobo, that is withdrawal of the foreign investment from Indian equity and debt markets increases the demand for the dollars as investors convert their rupee holdings into foreign currency, contributing to rupee depreciation. Even jeta rupee depreciate hue, seta jo investors mane thibe, they want ki ame dollar re invest karibo, and when they dollar re invest karibe, dollar ro demand badhibo, dollar ro demand badhile consecutively rupee ro depreciation habo. When rupee depreciate habo, then what they will do, they will take their investment. So when they will take these all, it is a complete loop which is going on. Okay, so it exposed hoje crude oil oil ro prices increase hele, then it will increase the US dollar demand. A demand increase hale kon habo, investors prefer karibe safe havens. Safe haven prefer karle, what they will do, they will take their investment, or even if they invest in India, then they will prefer ki they will be investing in dollars. When they will invest in dollars, the dollar demand will be increasing. When the dollar demands increases, then rupee, the value of the currency of Indian rupee depreciates. Okay, this is all about why the rupee has depreciated. Now the challenges kona seithre, they will be posing certain challenges also. Con challenges, imports become more expensive, increasing the country's import bill. Okay, imports will become expensive, like rupee depreciate hale kon habo, imports increase, exports decrease. Then higher crude oil prices lead to imported inflation. Crude oil price increase hale inflation habo, right now what you are experiencing, your petrol has been increased, so many things has increased. Okay, then industries dependent on imported raw materials face increased production cost. जो मैंने imported raw materials ऊपर depend करती जो industries, they will also be increasing their production cost. Okay, when production cost increases, जो तो आमु service मिलिबो, that will also increase, which will lead to inflation. Okay, now servicing external debt dominated in foreign currency becomes more expensive. That is, जो external debt अच्छी हमारो, debt in the sense जो ऋण जहाँ अच्छी सेटा भी expensive हे चलिबो. Then persistent depreciation may reduce the investor confidence if driven by structural weakness. That means जदि ये depreciation आवरी हे माने for a long time इटा रहिबो, that is persistent रहिबो, then the investors जो माने थिबे से माने भी confidence lose कर देबे, because who will invest in something which is very much depreciating? So if persistent depression is there, then investor will lose their confidence and they will take their money from the market, and then it will lead to more inflation and it will lose the confidence of the even market and even the investor also. Next, advantages kono. If there are disadvantages or challenges, then there are disadvantages also. So advantages kono, a weaker rupee improves the price competitiveness of the Indian exports. Tamane kono, that jodi rupee ro value decrease हे जिवो, then exports भी से अनुसारे increase करियाको, माने competitiveness export sector रे increase हबो. Okay, that is one thing. Then exporters receive higher earnings in rupee terms. That means exporters माने जो this is import, that is importing something from the foreign countries. Import माने कौन? Import, we are importing something from the foreign country, and export माने हमें किसी export करचो बाहर countries को. So जदि exports import रो prices increase हो, जिमती import रो prices increase होची, सिंधे export import रो हाँ import रो जिमती prices increase होची, सिंधे exports भी exporters माने भी try करिवे that they want to earn higher rate, तो competitiveness तांकर बढ़िबो. जतो exporters रो competitiveness बढ़िबो, जो माने export करूचंदी से माने कोन, जदि से माने 100 टंका रे जदि किछि बिकिले, okay, then how much they will receive? They'll receive $1. Okay, $1. तो से अनुसारे कोन, they will be earning भी तांकर सेमती higher रहिबो. Okay, like that. Domestic industries may benefit from increased export demand. Exporter demand पड़िबो से टाइम रे, जेतु import अधिक होची, they'll try to increase the export हेले exporter demand भी बढ़िबो. At that time domestic industries will also benefit from it. Okay, so this is all about your undervaluation of rupee. Okay, now आमे गोटे देखिथिलु कोन, need ଆଉ read, that is effective exchange rate. Okay, ଆଉ गोटे हला your read, that is real effective exchange rate. तो ये nominal आउ real रो difference कोन, ये जो nominal exchange rate अछि एटा को थ्रू हुए, that जदि तमरो weighted average, like it is said that weighted average index of the value of rupee against the currencies of India's major, that means एटा कोन measure करे, first we'll see weighted average. It is said the weighted average index, the nominal exchange rate आउ एथर डिफरेंस कोन, nominal माने कोन, nominal होची weighted average index of value of rupee against the currencies of the India's major trading partners. Okay, first definition लिखि दोचे, आर definition हबो measures the value of rupee against the currencies of India's major trading partner. after adjusting the differences in inflation, differences in inflation ता माने कोन नीर आ री रो डेफिनेशन हो जेटा ता माने कोन जो वेट अछि इंडिया रो करेंसी रो ओके जो वेट अछि तार जो वेटेड एवरेज इंडेक्स अछि ऑफ द वैल्यू ऑफ द रुपी जो भी रुपी रो वेट अछि सेटा मेजर ट्रेडिंग जो माने इंडिया से तो ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स अछंदी तांकोठू केतिकी वेट अछि सेटा मेजर करे ए एक्सचेंज रेट रे ए जो वेट अछि एटा किमती डिसाइड हुए द वेट असाइंड टू ईच करेंसी माने जो भी करेंसीज अच्छी जो इंडिया मेजर ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स जो माने भी अछंदी लाइक देयर आर टोटल 40 ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स ऑफ इंडिया जो माने भी अछंदी जो ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स अछंदी तांक सेमानकर भी डिफरेंट डिफरेंट करेंसीज अछि से डिफरेंट करेंसीज जो अछि तांकर जो वेट असाइन हुए सेरा केमती असाइन हुए द वेट असाइन टू ईच करेंसीज इज बेस्ड ऑन द रेस्पेक्टिव कंट्रीज शेयर इन द फॉरेन ट्रेड इंडिया फॉरेन ट्रेड माने इंडिया रो फॉरेन ट्रेड रे सेमानकर शेयर जतिक रहइबो तांकर वेट ऑफ करेंसी सेतिक रहइबो तांकर करेंसी रो वेट सेतिक रहइबो तो एथरे कोन से करे नॉमिनल इफेक्टिव एक्सचेंज रेट रे दैट द वेटेड एवरेज इंडेक्स ऑफ द वैल्यू ऑफ रुपी अगेंस्ट द करेंसीज ऑफ इंडियास ट्रेडिंग मेजर ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स कोन वेट अछि इंडिया रो करेंसी रो इट मेजर्स दैट ओके नाउ इंडिया रो ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स केते जण अछंदी 40 मेंबर्स अछंदी then real effective exchange rate कौन हुए same जिनस हबो ओके लाइक वेटेड एवरेज इंडेक्स ही हबो बट आउ सेटा भी कहार अगेंस्ट द करेंसीज ऑफ दीस ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स हु आर विथ इंडिया अगेन एडजस्टिंग द डिफरेंसेस ता माने कोन सेमानकर से कंट्रीज मानकर भी इन्फ्लेशन डिफरेंस रहिबो तांकर इन्फ्लेशन को धरि की हमर भी एठी गोटे एक्सचेंज रेट आसीबो which will be called as the real exchange rate okay eta normal without any inflation will not be seen in this weight of the currency but in this inflation will be seen tankara currency ro weight measure kala okay so these nominal and real exchange rate on jai amara currency ro value increase ya decrease हुए कहिया गले okay these exchange rate lead to increase or decrease of the currency of the valuation of the currency in foreign market so this is all about your exchange rates now we'll go to the next article the next article which says it is an editorial which says the Bay of Bengal as India's Shanti anchor okay ta mane kono there has been a Shanti act gote astila okay se act kono that se act hala securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity. The context कौन कहियो गले with India's record bid for UNSC. UNSC जानथिबो United Nations Security Council India try करचे permanent member हवा पई तो से जो bid अछि being announced the Ministry of External Affairs has brought the Shanti Act as the next phase of India's maritime vision after Sagar and Mahasagar. Sagar और Mahasagar गोटे security growth थिला maritime पई Ebe Shanti Act will also bring a maritime evolution in the sector. So, ame dekhiya what is this Shanti Act? What is there? Okay, first Bay of Bengal. जेहेतु Bay of Bengal upare article ta achi, so we'll be seeing Bay of Bengal. So, why is the Bay of Bengal strategically important? Why it is important? India is surrounded by Bay of Bengal. Okay, even Odisha is there. Now, Bay of Bengal has emerged as a strategic fulcrum of India's maritime vision. Due to its economic, geopolitical, and security significance. कौन strategic ये play करचे that it gives access to Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca. और ये जो Strait of Malacca कौन है? It is the world's largest marine commerce routes. Okay, it is the world's largest largest marine commerce route. ट्रेड रूट कह गले ओके तो बे ऑफ बंगाल रु हमको एक्सेस मिल जाउची स्टेट ऑफ मलक्का को ओके व्हिच आल्सो इट इज आल्सो क्रिटिकल बिकॉज इट इज इन द इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन ओके इंडो पैसिफिक आर्किटेक्चर रे स्टेट ऑफ मलक्का होल्स ए बिगेस्ट एलिमेंट कह गले. Now, traditional military centric tactics are not sufficient to tackle the expanding non-traditional security concerns such as why it is important because traditional military tactics जो अच्छी जोड़ा secure करी परिवो which is also not sufficient. How? Because concerns कौन अच्छी climate induced disaster, illegal fishing, cyber hazards, supply chain disruptions and maritime pollution. ये सब Bay of Bengal region ये सब जिन सभी बड़े threat रह जाउची. Because of this also it is important to protect the Bay of Bengal region. Okay, or Bay of Bengal region is important for us. Now, India has suggested the normative framework of Shanti, that is securing holistic advancement through norms, trust and integrity to ensure cooperative marine governance, that the countries will be together so that they will ensure a good maritime ecosystem. Okay. Now, geostrategic significance kona Bay of Bengal ro. We'll see that also. The Bay of Bengal is maritime significance of BOP. Okay, Bay of Bengal. The Bay of Bengal is the maritime bridge connecting Southeast Asia. It links the Act East policy of India with ASEAN. Okay, it links the Act East policy with ASEAN. Eta hoche geographic. Like I said, the Strait of Malacca, which we have discussed earlier. Now, economic importance कौन एडा हला जोड़ा कि route provide करिवो एडा होची geographic importance. Economic impact कौन importance कौन that important sea lanes for world trade, energy sources. It promotes the blue economy in the areas of fisheries, ports, offshore resources and maritime trade. It is important part of the regional connectivity under the BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC सहित भी regional connectivity अच्छी. BIMSTEC माने कौन Bay of Bengal region रे जो countries surrounding अच्छे they are included in the BIMSTEC cooperation. So it is also having a economic importance in it. Now, जेहेतु हमें maritime region विषय देखुचो, so evolution भी सिम्पली ही हीचे, that is through your security and growth for all in the region, that is your Sagar 2015 जो थरेगी तो मुझको inclusive growth मिली ची, inclusive maritime development, regional securities, cooperation, human disaster relief. Okay, these inclusive इतने कौन highlight हुए inclusive maritime development, regional security provide करिवो. Okay, regional security provide करिवो. आउ कौन करिवो your disaster relief, human assistance disaster relief and capacity building. ये सब सागर 2015 रे हबो. When it comes to Mahasagar, that is your mutual holistic advancement for security and growth throughout regions. Eithre kon habo? It will be doing all these things which happened in Sagar in collaboration with kaha soito? In collaboration with Indo-Pacific and Global South. In collaboration with Indo-Pacific and Global South. A reason. So, to collaborate करके they will have this, they will take these initiatives. Okay. Now, we'll discuss about our Shanti Act. Shanti Act कौन? Okay. Shanti Act, it is launched together with India's candidature for the UNSC 2018 to 2028 to 29. It spells out the way it will be implemented, assuming Sagar was India's marine vision, and Mahasagar increased its geographical ambit, that is Indo-Pacific and Global South. तो शांति रो कौन evolution माने कौन significance अच्छी सेटा देखिबा हमें. Okay, Shanti increases India's capacity to partner of choice of security in the Indian Ocean region. That is, we can choose a partner of our choice in the Indian Ocean region. Next, first response in the area for natural calamities. It will be responding mainly towards the natural calamities. That is your for in providing human disaster, human assistance, disaster relief. Then, a facilitator of inclusive regional government, not strategic hegemony, not in a strategic manner, but in a government ambit re asibo seta. Okay. Then, if a framework kon karibo, it also complements the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam vision of India as it promotes common security and sustainable maritime development, because it will not only be added like Sagar and Mahasagar. ए सबु जो ए सबु ए जो दी जण अछंदी ए दी जण जहा करचंदी सेटारू इने अपर हैंड रे रहइबो ए शांति एक्ट, बिकॉज इट विल बी एंश्योरिंग कि पार्टनर के रहइबो हमरो इंडियन ओशन रीजन रे आम चॉइस रो पार्टनर विथ फर्स्ट रेस्पॉन्स को काहा दिया जिवो नेचुरल कैलामिटीज को बिकॉज ऑफ द राइजिंग क्लाइमेट चेंज इश्यूज, एंड इवन it will ensure that inclusive regional government is there among the countries of the partner achandi and even India. Okay, and it will complement Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that everyone like will promote common security and sustainable maritime development. So it is all about this article. Now, so एडा हला amaro analysis of editorial analysis and some of the headlines of the newspaper of this week. Now we'll go for some facts for prelims. That is Kaveri River, interstate river. Kaveri River kon pai astila news re because of the Mekadatu project. Seda be dispute re chalichi, or the proposal they want to propose it. They propose a project. Okay. So Kaveri River, it is an interstate river in southern India and one of the most east flowing peninsular rivers that drains into Bay of Bengal, which we have discussed now. Bay of Bengal, it originates at the Talakaveri in Brahmagiri Hills. Okay, remember it originates in the Brahmagiri Hills of the Western Ghats in Coorg district, Karnataka. Okay, it is spread in this Kaveri River is spread in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, UT of Puducherry, UT of Puducherry. Okay, these three states and one UT. It is spread. The Kaveri River is spread. Now, the left bank tributaries kono, major tributaries kono. Left bank tributary hoche Herangi, Hemavati, Simsa, Arkavati, and right bank hoche Lakshmana Tirtha, Kabani, Suvarnavati, Bhavani, Noel and Amravati. These tributaries are important because exam re ase. Okay. Now, lavender cultivation. Lavender, many of the girls love lavender. Color bhi bhal lage and even flower bhi bhal lage. Okay. So now, lavender is a perennial shrub. It is a shrub that grows well on the sloping land, needing only 1 or 2 irrigations during the growing season. It is naturally resistant to many pests and can continue flowering for nearly 2 decades after planting. So it is a very good initiative cultivation kariba, because it will provide it will provide income to the farmers who are cultivating lavender. So ये जो lavender cultivation जो start हीची इटा कोटी हीची JNK रे a cultivation start हीची, which has led to कौन गोटे purple revolution, like your milk revolution जेमती हीची, which is milk increase हेले कौन white revolution, सेमती lavender cultivation हेले purple revolution कुहाजिबो. Okay, and this lavender cultivation is being done or expanding in the region of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, this is all about the lavender cultivation. Remember, it is a perennial shrub which is grown in the sloping lands, and it needs only 1 or 2 irrigations during the growing season, and if it is grown, then nearly 2 decades after planting, it continues flowering. Till 2 decades it continues flowering. Now, next hochi Next hochi government approves RBI's trials of 10 rupees 20 rupees polymer notes. Now ebe plastic notes ro start plastic notes asibo boli start heche. We have seen now in the news that unlike conventional cotton based like ebe joda notes chalchi sera kon amara paper notes kaya gale which is cotton based, okay, cotton based bank notes, polymer bank notes also known as plastic bank notes are more resistant to dirt, moisture, tearing, giving them a longer lifespan. Because these 10 rupees and 20 rupees notes are being crushed, ଆଉ ଏଇଟା crush ହେଇଗଲେ ଲୋକମାନେ ନିଅନ୍ତିନି exchange ରେ and ବହୁତ limited exchange ହୁଏ, କିଏ କୁହନ୍ତି accept କରିବୁ କିଏ କୁହନ୍ତି accept କରିବୁନି. When these polymer notes come or the plastic currencies will be introduced by the government, then it will lead to more resistant to dirt, moisture or tearing, chiri jaye, which gives them a longer lifespan. Okay, so government is trying to government is approving these polymer notes for rupees 10 and 20. ebuku gote 10 billion ro notes trial pai asibo market re. Okay, now fields medal gote aschi fields because prizes are also important, it comes in your exam, any competitive exam prizes to aate hi. So fields medal gote aschi that the fields medal 2026 often described as Nobel Prize of Mathematics, the Nobel Prize of Physics, Nobel Prize of Chemistry, simply fields medal is considered as Nobel Prize of Mathematics. And who has won this awarded? Yu Deng, John Pardon, Jacob Zimmerman and Hong Wang. These persons have won the fields medal. ଏତିକି ହିଁ ଦରକାର ଅଛି, ସୋ ସେତିକି ହିଁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି. Then hepatitis, government is trying to eliminate hepatitis by 2027. So now 2030. Okay, so 2030 it has government is aiming to eliminate hepatitis. So what it is, India is systematically strengthening its efforts to combat hepatitis with the National Viral Hepatitis Control Program, aiming to eliminate the disease as this disease is a public health threat. Okay, and government is trying to eliminate it by 2030. Then what it is an inflammation of liver inflammation caused by hepatitis virus or even other infection, toxic substances such as alcohol, drugs, autoimmune disease. And what it will do, it will damage the liver damage hobo, or disease like cirrhosis ए सब diseases spread over. That's why this is very important. Now next asibo amaro Praxis mission kono, it is a mission by NASA. It is a mission by NASA ro gote mission. What is Praxis ro abbreviation kono? Planetary Rings Autonomous Exploration with In Situ Sampling. Okay, this is the abbreviation. এটা কোন প্রপোজ করে? Bio inspired robotic spacecraft powered by artificial intelligence. It aims to become the first mission to directly collect samples from planetary ring particles. जो planetary rings अछि, okay, जो rings अछि से planetary rings रो particle collect करिवो, and through what? It will be done through robotic spacecraft which will be powered by artificial intelligence. तामाने कोन robotic spacecraft with artificial intelligence रे a mission asibo which will be collecting the samples of the planetary rings. So this is a mission by NASA. Now Kusha missile gote aschi, which is an indigenous long range surface air missile. Okay, this is surface air missile, that is surface to air ku jibo. Okay, missile system that will protect strategic military civilian assets, which will protect the military and civilian assets and infrastructure from a range of aerial threats. Aerial threats mane kono? Like your drones, okay, drones, missiles, ये सब जो आसे rockets, ये जो air जो threats जाका अच्छी India पे, from these threats this missile will be protecting it. Okay, now it is a part of the Mission Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, Mission Sudarshan Chakra. A Sudarshan Chakra recently he start hechi. India's ambitious national defense. Eta kono Sudarshan Chakra mission kono. It is an India's ambitious national defense initiative build an interlocked, multi-layered, AI-enabled air and missile defense shield by 2030. 2035 तामाने कोन that this mission Sudarshan Chakra will be integrating AI technology, robotics with the aerial missiles कहया गले. With these systems it will be integrating and it will ensure a bigger defense shield by it will provide bigger defense shield to India by 2035. Okay, so this is all about your prelims facts, some of the prelims facts, which is very helpful because questions are say based on MCQs, so you should be well aware of that also. With the your mains preparation of the current events or the headlines of the newspaper. Okay, because khali padi dele habani, you have to go with the current affairs also. And the previous hame joda dekhtilu editorial, this is also important because last year OPSC mains re Shanti Act upare questions astila. Okay, so this is all about your current affairs, weekly current affairs analysis of 27th July to 1st August. Thank you so much. Hope you like it. Have a good day.